How does OAuth 2.0 scope work? Have you ever wondered how applications manage to access your data securely without compromising your privacy? Today, we will discuss the role of scopes in the OAuth 2.0 flow, especially in the context of security and authentication. So, what exactly is a scope? In OAuth 2.0, a scope is a way to define and limit the access that an application, also known as a client, is requesting from your account or protected resources. Think of scopes as permission labels that specify what the application can do on your behalf. When an application requests authorization, it includes one or more scopes in its request to the authorization server. These scopes inform the server about the level of access the application desires. After that, the authorization server asks you for consent regarding these permissions. If you approve, the server issues an access token that reflects the permissions defined by those scopes. Scopes serve several important purposes. First, they limit access. By restricting what the application can do, they reduce security risks by ensuring that excessive permissions are not granted. Second, they give you control. You can see and approve only the specific permissions the application requests, which enhances transparency. Lastly, scopes allow for incremental authorization. Applications can request permissions gradually as needed, rather than all at once, making your experience smoother and more secure. From a back-end development perspective, scopes are essential when designing application, programming interfaces, and authorization flows. On the authorization server side, you define scopes that representing different functionalities or levels of data access. For instance, a calendar application programming interface might define scopes like read calendar and write calendar. When a client requests access, it specifies which scopes it needs, and the issued access token will reflect those scopes. The resource server, which is the application programming interface, then checks the token's scopes before allowing access to protected endpoints. Implementing OAuth 2.0 scopes involves a few key steps. First, you need to define scopes on the authorization server. These should map to specific permissions or actions related to your application programming interface. Next, the client application includes the desired scopes in its authorization request. After that, the authorization server presents these scopes to you for approval. Once you consent, access tokens are issued with the scope information embedded. Finally, the resource server validates the token and its scopes before granting access. This method makes backend authorization straightforward and secure by clearly distinguishing what an application can do based on your consent and token validation. It also aligns well with best practices in application programming interface design, where permissions are modular and explicit. In essence, OAuth 2.0 scopes work as permission labels attached to access tokens, defining what resources or actions an application can access on your behalf. This enables secure, controlled, and user-consented access to application programming interfaces and back-end services.